and live your life today. It doesn't matter what they say.
Okay. Well, welcome to another special episode of Red Lotus Life. We're so grateful that you are here today. This is where we provide resources and practical tools to create a life that we love after abuse. And I say this is a special episode because we just had Thanksgiving here in the States yesterday, and it was interesting. I was just sharing with Sara Elizabeth here. Hi, Sara. You're always a beautiful co-host of Red Lotus Life.
So much gratitude for being here.
But I was just sharing with Sara how, like, usually we will do an emotional clearing session, a free one in the Red Lotus Life Facebook group, because the holidays can be a very traumatic time. And for anyone who has experienced abuse or violence during that time, or even just the pressure alone, I mean, these holidays are very special. You know, the intent is a special gathering, all of that. But what tends to happen instead, and I'll share this really quick. I was sharing it with somebody about the giving tree and the timeline of why we do the giving tree after we literally start to reach out to the victims advocates of Washington County Sheriff's Office after Thanksgiving, because it's usually the days leading up to Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Day, and then the days after that really a lot of the abuse and violence starts to amp up for the holidays. And then we have to, it's sad but true. The timeline that we have to give is that we have to, you know, these things are going to happen, and then we have to allow the arrests to happen, and the court systems to get involved and all of that stuff, a victims advocate to even get assigned before we can actually find out what are our needs this year for survivors who are escaping domestic violence with the Giving Tree. That's a whole different subject. But what started all of this is I didn't feel that we needed to go into the Red Lotus Life group this year to actually do a clearing session before Thanksgiving. And I thought, wow, this is so interesting. In my mind, I was like, this is so interesting that I'm not feeling that need that we need to go in there and provide this support. But then we had Thanksgiving. And even though my house was very, it was okay. It was amazing. Like, we had people come over and gather, and as always, it's no expectations, and people come and go as they please and all of that. But what I discovered as people were coming and going is that they were actually feeling a ton of pressure in the other families that they were going to. There was a lot of drama, a lot of toxic things that were happening, a lot of abuse. I mean, all kinds of things were going on in these other households. And that made me realize, again, how prevalent this is during the holidays, even though, like, I am somebody who's experienced extreme trauma during the holidays. And I know, Sara Elizabeth, you've experienced some things as well. And so today we're just here to acknowledge that we're here. And I know a lot of you are probably even processing right now. I mean, that's what we just had to do right before we hopped on to hit record. We were just processing our holiday, and we have a lot of words that are coming. We will definitely be speaking to this throughout the holiday season. But right now it's more of, we see you, we hear you, we understand you, our hearts are here because we have also experienced the trauma and the things that happen during the holidays.
Yeah, and whether that's something that is extreme, or whether that's just like noticing what you notice around the triggers, around your conditioning from even childhood, like the holidays really do bring up, I would say, I was going to use the word a special mix, but I really do think it is a special mix of triggers, because not only do you have multiple family dynamics coming together, you have each and every one's individual traumas and triggers. And, you know, it's no wonder that it tends to be like, there's a reason why the giving tree, why you started the Giving Tree. And I just want to acknowledge that the work that you and your community are doing is just so needed. And you're making a tremendous difference in the lives of the people that you're able to support as well as within the community. And I'm just so grateful that I even have the capacity to be able to support in some small way from where I am, because those are things that myself and my family have experienced in the past, and it does mean the world to be able to have a tree and have presence and not feel the pressure that we were just speaking about. We get it, we understand, and no matter how much work that you have done, and we've been doing this work for a very, very long time, go and visit your family, experience a holiday, and you find out all of those places that still need work. And that is the truth. No matter what, we get to find out how far we've come as far as being able to continue to regulate our nervous systems. We get to find out where those triggers are still showing up. We get to find out, where the triggers have been neutralized, because yes, the work is being done. But, more than anything, I would just love for people to be able to experience the holidays without feeling the pressure.
Yeah. And that's the original intent, right?
Mhm.
And so
Family,
it's family and not even necessarily blood related.
friends, family,
Hmm.
soul family.
Yeah. But we also understand there's so many different family dynamics that take place, especially if you're somebody who may not be in a relationship and are co-parenting, or not in a relationship, but just in a relationship with maybe the other parent of your children. And so there may be some first times that are happening for you this holiday season of not having your children with you to celebrate the holidays, but we're here to support you through that, whether it's here on YouTube or is in the Facebook group on Red Lotus Life, or it is in Say Yes to Soul, our membership. This is where we are full on supporting in that way. Um, there's there's a lot of layers that come into play when it's the holidays, and our intent is to create this life that we love. And the holidays are a really special time. And so if you see like me, I'm getting emotional about it because it is a special time. And we get to create these magical moments and these memories for ourselves, for our families, for our children. And it doesn't have to be the way that society has made it out to be. Like, we don't have to fall into that pressure at all. It's about getting back to the basics. It's about that strong spine and open heart. And what does this time of year actually mean to you? And also just like, we're here. We're here. If we can support you in any way, please share, drop your comments below. We do have a Black Friday offer going on that we only offer once a year, and that is with the Say Yes to Soul membership. We would absolutely love to have you in Say Yes to Soul. We would love to give you a warm welcome and be able to support you through anything that's happening in there. Right now, we're actually focused on family relationships, and we just did an emotional clearing session on that, where the block was shame. And what shame is in the spiral modality, the definition of shame is feeling unworthiness and disconnected from the tribe. And so that is what we were working with in Say Yes to Soul. We would love to have you join us. I don't know, is there anything else that you wanted to share, Sarah?
Yeah, I think that because we have been focused on family love and at a time when it just so happens to be during the holidays, of course, it's always a synchronicity around the clears that come up in that container. But I would love to just share that relating, and this is something that's coming up in multiple conversations in multiple areas for Lori and I, and I want to just have a conversation around the crisis around relating right now. How can you take what you know, take your tools, be able to sort of release the pressure that you're feeling within these dynamics and practice relating in an authentic way, and not only just authentically, but from a place of love and caring and the attempt to understand. And also being able to be in a place of loving the projections until awareness is possible, planting the seeds.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean being a doormat.
No, no, no.
That strong spine, open heart.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's a whole different, our energy speaks for us. And when we have that intent of the strong spine and the open heart, it ripples out into our environment. And it does, when you're talking about practice, that it is a practice. And we do start to see it shift in our environment, shift others in our environment. So, yeah, we hear you. We see you. If you don't have words to what's happening in your world right now, that's okay. Not a lot of people do, including ourselves. And we're here for you. We're here to support you in any way that we're able. So please let us know how we can support you. If you have someone that you think could benefit from this, that you know has been experiencing anything that we've spoken about, please share this with them. The Red Lotus Life group is free. And then we have the Black Friday offer going, and it's 50% off for the first month. And there's no contracts. There's no, like, you can come in, check it out. We'd love to support you during that time. And I don't know. I think that's it, right? Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, I feel complete. Just please join us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see you next time. We hope you have an incredible holiday season, and yeah, just see you next time. Okay. Bye.
And live your life today. It doesn't matter what they say.